UAE workers can now take a second job without their employer's permission. That's the subject of today's edition of Inside AB. My name is Shayan Shakheel, and I'm joined by Jeremy Lawrence. Jeremy, can you run us through this new law because it's still a bit confusing?
Yeah, sure. So there has been a part-time visa that was available for over a year now, but you had to get the permission of your employer. The big change here is that now you don't. There are caveats to that. It's only for skilled workers, university or technical college degree holders. The biggest caveat is that the hours a worker can put in, it must not exceed 8 hours a day and 48 a week, and the employee must have a day off. So you can't go and work for your main employer for 50 hours a week and then go and work for somebody else for 30 hours a week. It just wouldn't be fair on anyone. So you can't do that. And also there's caveats, you can't work for somebody else if it's in direct competition. That could lead to problems, although it can be in the same industry though.
Okay, so a guaranteed day of rest, that's good, and not working to the detriment of one employer over the other, that's great. Who will directly benefit from this new regulation?
Well, obviously workers can go and top up their salary by working elsewhere, but I think the biggest change is for small businesses and medium-sized businesses who maybe don't want to or can't afford to employ someone on a full-time contract. They can get someone in for the hours they need, but that employee can go and work for somebody else as well to top up their salary. So it introduces a lot more flexibility into the market. Also, employers, they will benefit because they can tap into more of the labour that's already here rather than having to recruit from abroad.
Right. So now, what has the official statement been? What did they foresee that they decided to enact this legislation?
Yeah, we got the comments from Dr. Omar Abdul Rahman, who works at the Ministry of Human Resources, and he said, quite obviously, this is about introducing flexibility into the market. He says it will meet the needs of the employers from the existing labour market and thus reduce dependence on labour being sourced from outside the country.
Right.
So this is all a move to professionalise the economy as we've seen. And we've seen this in other areas. VAT was part of this, as well as being an exercise to raise money. It was also about making employers and employees accountable. I mean, the government wants data on who's here and what they're doing it, how they're doing it, which is fair enough. And it also wants to raise revenue. And this is all part of that bigger picture of allowing flexibility in the economy, but also knowing what's happening in the economy.
So first VAT and now a new part-time labor law. I'm sure this new mature workforce will have a lot of stories for us to cover in the future. Thanks, Jeremy, for your insights. Really appreciate them. You've been watching Inside AB. Remember to subscribe and comment below and tune in tomorrow for the next edition of this show. Thank you for watching.